is rape worse than murder? Should the penalty for rape be as... I can't read that. What's that saying?
Okay. Is rape worse than murder? Should the penalty for rape be as stiff as that for murder?
There we go.
What is rape?
Wow.
In your opinion?
If we're going to take
Really
it,
explanatory.
No,
What do you mean, what is rape?
no. What is rape in your opinion?
Having sex with someone without consent. What the fuck do you mean? That's rape.
in Nigeria, it's only considered rape if it is literally male body parts into female body parts. So if a man was to take, which is why I want to the question as to what is rape. If a man was to take a broomstick and front or back in Nigeria, that's not considered rape. As far as I'm concerned, rape is just when you have sex with someone and they didn't want to. If they don't want to, it's rape. No means no.
Okay, wait, First of all, funny enough, when I asked what is rape, I started to think. And because I studied law, I'm going to give us the actual legal definition of rape under section. Don't really quote me, but I'm going to try. Section 157 of the Criminal Code.
Lawyer Odi, 158, 157. Bros, just say you just know somewhere in the code of something, you know. Idea is needed. Don't be, which one is code. We too, we have code. How about that? It's not even 157, it's 52. No, I don't know, but I'm just saying that if we're playing around with code, you know, let's just do it right away. Lawyer Dimples in the building. I'm sorry.
Rape is considered as to be unlawful carnal knowledge. Yeah, that's what it is.
But basically, it has to be a man on a woman. So in Nigeria, a woman can't rape a woman, and a man can't rape a man,
That's
and
so
a husband
stupid.
cannot rape his wife.
So I think when we're talking about this, we should be talking about what should be and not what is. There are a lot of things that are right now, but aren't meant to be. And there's some things that aren't that are meant to be. So what we should be focusing on is what should be and not what is.
That's so fucking stupid. What does that
So
mean?
it's very intricate. It's very
I don't
delicate.
think that should be.
No.
I don't think that happens, but that's not the right thing. Rape is rape if there is no consent. Whether it's
Yes.
a woman on a woman, a man on a man, it shouldn't. As long as there's no consent, is rape. And to answer the question, is rape worse than murder? I'm gonna try and answer it from the rapes and the rapee, right? For the rapee, you might as well kill the person. But for the rapes, because you're not dead, there's a second chance at life, right? Murder, you're dead. What else can you do? What's worse than that? But rape, you're not dead. I mean, it's going to be hard, but you're not dead. So for the rapes, it's not worse than murder. So there's still hope. But for the rapee, the one that did the raping, you might as well kill the person because that's so inhuman.
I mean, the reason why I sort of get what you're saying, but I think it's very interesting to compare rape and murder because yes, murder is the loss of, like, you're losing your life, like you're physically not here anymore. But when you rape a woman, you're also killing a part of her, in my opinion. You're taking away something that she can never get back. Someone comes and takes away that liberty from you, you're really never the same. Like you see an enemy in faces that you never saw before. And a fact about rape is 90% of rapes happen from people that you actually know. So you actually need to be careful because you think, oh, you're at home, you're safe, you're there. So maybe it is worse because if it's happening from someone that you know, it's sort of like, damn, bro.
Do you know what is interesting? What is interesting is the fact that when we speak about rape generally, we tend to speak about it from the woman's perspective. Let me just let this camera know on all the angles.
And man can be raped.
I've been raped too on a few occasions. Although I accepted it and I took it as it was going. But wait, hold on. You have to understand me because I'm a man that moves with the situation. But when I now go back, because what you consider rape to be is what is your thinking. Was I really interested at that moment? I wasn't. But I'm not a complainer. I look at the situation and I'm like, okay,
You're like, this is not what I
I
want.
can go with
I'll
it.
rock with
I
it.
can walk with this P. Let's go. Nothing happened. But I know that since you guys want to consider rape to be what you think it is, I know that deep down, I would have rather crashed.
But when I said I was raped, you know, what I meant was a lot of the times I didn't maybe subject to what was happening, but I just decided, you know what, yeah, based on the situation, it's easier to go ahead with this thing. I don't want to quantify rape into it being what I have been through, because I know what the whole lot of other people may have been through may have been worse. But I know I have been in situations where I've just gone through with the situation, not because of what I want, but based on just trying to get things moving and just trying to end this time, you know. So that's my own consideration of what I meant when I said I had been raped.
We can all agree that rape is somebody defrauding somebody sexually.
Yeah. For
Somebody forcing their opinion on you.
Their opinion.
Their opinion.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
do you mean?
Somebody. Sorry. Not
Forcing
opinion.
themselves on
Excuse
it.
me. Yes. Thank you, Buki. You know we're always together. Somebody forcing themselves on you, and then you're just like, man.
I would put a rapist and a murderer in the same category.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm not,
They're both
Hold on.
bad, but I would continue.
hold on.
Go.
So
go,
I
go.
feel like if you can rape somebody, then you can kill somebody.
Exactly.
No, because rape is not what you think it is. Sorry, Farouk. Just
No, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna allow you to
Go. Continue.
grab it. But what I want you to understand, because I already started something, so let me just finish it. What I want you to understand is that when I say that I have been raped, it's because a whole lot of people have different perspectives to me. Like, I am in tune with life. I understand things and I like things to be moving. So I don't want this at this certain point in time. But this is what you want, and
Sorry, can I interject for 1 second? Did you make it known to the person that that's not what you want?
yes, I had, but I also made it known to the person that I was not willing. I'm here for the person at that time. Like, I'm here for people. That's just my type of person. This is what she wanted. I didn't want it. I made it known I didn't want it. But her push was vile. So I said, okay, fine. If it's going to give me peace, I'm back
So
there
that's
to
yes, that's
Well,
you
because
should
I'm
agree.
grandfather than you guys.
So-
You guys
so
are
you know-
still here
so you
trying
know-
to say, okay,
you know-
because I'm the guy in the situation and it's the babe
Right.
that raped me. I have been raped.
So there are
Camera.
two different things. Okay, so if I were married to someone and he comes and he's like, oh, I want to do this, and I'm like, babe, I'm not in the mood, and I'm legit not in the mood, but then I don't get to that point where I'm like, okay, you know what, just have your way. That's not rape. If I say, oh, okay, go on, that's not rape. But
Well,
if I'm like, babe, I'm actually not in the mood,
And
and
then
then he
that's-
goes ahead to do it,
Exactly.
that is rape.
That's
Yeah, but I was
exactly-
never in the mood from the jump.
But you consented.
See,
I-
see,
You
Odi,
decided
Odi,
to
Okay, so what was I supposed to do?
Odi,
was I supposed to die?
when you defined rape,
Tell her
you
no.
said
Say no.
yourself that it has to do with
Unlawful colonel.
Thank
No,
you.
no, no,
Yes,
consent.
thank you.
That's the most
Exactly.
I
important
never gave the consent, but I had
You
to.
go.
Wait,
You had
I
to
agreed.
agree.
I agreed.
What is agreement? What is
Let me
Agreement
tell you. Listen, Ikoyi. Let me tell you something. There are two ways you can go about this life. You cannot agree and suffer, or you can agree and let things pass.
But the second you
You're
agree, you
contradicting
consent.
Okay, so fine. I
This is-
consented.
this
I'm not
is-
contradicting
Right,
myself.
right, that's not
I'm
right.
being realistic.
Guys, this is
In a
simple.
situation,
Simple English.
if you are going to
Agreement.
hold on, if you're going to knock me, yeah, if we are going to have that sex forced by you, trust me, you are not going to win. I'm going to enjoy it.
I mean, different folks, different strokes, but I don't know about that one, Sha.
Oh, D. Typical.
Let me just be factual. I'm not dying here because of anybody. Let me just tell you the facts. It is what it is. You come with a gun and you say, "Oh, you got a knack." Let me tell you, I got to do what I got to do. Tomorrow is another day. I fixed my life. I sort my shit out, but I am not about to die for anybody. So if I have an opportunity to save myself, best believe you will see me tomorrow.
Okay, so can we not talk about this from just the man and woman angle?
Okay.
So if, God forbid, Ikoyi comes to you and it's like, Odi, I want to do that.
If Ikoyi comes, I will tell you, fuck off.
But why do you like
Ikoyi comes to you and is like, I want to do this. And you're like, bro, like, what the fuck? Why
No,
would you
if
want to do
Ikoyi-
that?
Ikoyi
And then
knows the
he
guy
pushes
come-
you
Okay, so what
against
if
the
I now
wall
come with a
and
gun?
and it
If
doesn't
you
why don't
come with
you
a gun,
enjoy that
if you come with
situation?
a gun, then I may have to knock you. On that basis, that am I willing to die?
But then that's
No.
when you're being raped,
No.
baby.
I'm not going to.
I want to say something.
No, it doesn't take that extreme. It doesn't take that extreme to be knocked.
First of all, don't let us
Because you
get
come with a gun, it's either knock this guy or die. I can knock you,
Let's
not to die.
Let's hear it.
Nigga. Back to the same question. Is rape worse than murder? Let me tell you something.
I think
I'm putting my business out there. I'm
Surviving.
still gonna put it out there, but whatever. But when I was 16 years old, I was put on knife points and I was raped on the streets in London. And no, yeah, I know. And before that, my relative molested me when I was a child. But I'm still a survivor. Like, I live. So is rape worse than murder? Rape is bad, yes.
But
But at
murder,
the same
you're dead.
time, I'm still alive, I'm still living, I'm still going.
But let me ask you
And
one
that's my
question.
point.
If you're happy to talk about it, the point I made earlier about being a survivor and it sort of killing a part of you.
Yeah.
Did you have a similar experience where you felt like, although I'm not dead, a part of me has been killed by
Of
this?
course, for sure.
Definitely happened.
And
For
there-
sure.
There's so many people.
So either way, there's still a killing.
When people force you, I'm a very strong character, so I don't want people to use me as the basis of what life is. I've gone through a whole lot of shit and I've come out on the other side and I feel very strong and I'm a survivor. I know how to survive in any kind of situation, you know, so I understand that when people go through what is considered to be rape, they may go through some emotional, mental, physical distress and it can lead you to doing anything. But what I would say is that there's whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you can use that to propel yourself. You just gotta find a way, you gotta think.
Okay, so you guys are not talking about this from the mental health point of view. Now, some people die, and the fact that they get raped is the reason why they commit suicide. I'm not justifying. So if you're saying that you're not going to put a rapist and a murderer in the same place, I
I'm
totally
shocked.
disagree with you.
I'm
Hold on,
shocked.
hold on. Let me land. So this is something that has happened to someone and you can't deal with it, you can't phantom it. Good that you're able to come out of it, and but everybody's not going to have the same strength that you have.
Yeah.
So there's some people that will just be like, okay, this is all. I know someone personally that for like 23 or 24 years of her life, she kept being a V. Like, she was like, no, I really want to do this. And it was really hard for her. Like, constantly, she'll meet guys, she's excited. She thinks, oh, guys in Lagos, they're looking for good girls. When they hear that I'm a virgin, he would probably stay and want to work with me. But then so many relationships got broken, and then she kept getting her heart broken. And at the end of the day, she's like, okay, you know what? I'm with this guy. I want to do this. She gets married to the guy. And on the night of their quote unquote wedding, he raped her. Because she was like, look, the reason I'm not doing this is because I want to be in there's some people that cannot just understand sex. You don't blame them. She's just like, I want someone who would grow with me. I get that we've been saying when we get married, but I need you to walk with me on this journey. And the guy was like, what nonsense are you saying? He raped her and he left her. She ended up killing herself because it's like, what am I living for?
Slow down. Husband
Raped on a wedding night. That's
raped
what he's
his
trying
wife
to understand.
On the
on
wedding
the
night.
wedding night.
Yeah.
That my husband wants to, and I'm saying no, and he doesn't. And I'm not talking about manipulating, because there's a difference between manipulating someone into doing something and actually forcing them. So yes, a husband can rape a wife.
Well, I honestly agree to this. In Nigeria, entitlement, it actually contributes to rape, because people feel like, oh, I want you, and if I can't have you, then no one else will. So I'm going to do it forcefully. Like, I'm entitled to you. I own you. Like, there's that mentality. It's exhausting.
Wondering why.
She probably
She was trying to. So there's so many issues that people don't pay attention to. So there's some people that they just don't enjoy sex. They don't even know why they don't enjoy sex.
It's
And there's no
overrated.
opportunity for them to come out and say,
No,
oh, look,
it's
I don't enjoy this. Because people will be like, what is wrong with you? Why you do that? And there are no professionals, quote unquote, that you can actually talk to that would even get it.
But I want to go to the second half of this question about the penalty for rape, and I want to use a real life scenario. So I don't know if you guys are aware of the thing that was on Insta blog about these two young boys who had allegedly raped somebody in some hotel.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
No,
some
I don't
lucky
know.
hotel earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So these are two boys who are supposed to be roughly our age group and stuff like that, who have been accused of rape. Now, sitting here on a panel, if the penalty for rape was for murder was to be death, do we think that those two boys deserve to die?
Yes.
Well, yes.
So when I started answering this question, remember I answered it from two perspectives, right? It's rape. So I answered it from the rapist side and from the person being raped. And from the rapist side, you might as well kill the person. Right?
Why do you say that?
Because like we said, the person, you would literally kill a person. Like, that person can go through so many mental issues. Now, if they put rape in the law, if you rape somebody, you die. Trust me, life
Listen,
is better.
at the end of the day, you go to meet your maker.
Yes,
Leave it to
not
God.
now, but then, what are you saying? You go to leave it to
I don't
God.
agree.
If you
I don't
kill
agree.
somebody, there's
Can I give you a legal tidbit here quickly?
It's not about
Quick
giving
one,
it to
quick
God.
one. People, there's a law that says, don't kill. But
Yeah.
people still get killed, yeah.
Yeah, and then when you take them to court, they're supposed to
But you
get
guys,
hanged.
one
But
of the
the truth
defenses,
is-
one of the defenses of murder is the defense of insanity. Because murder,
Yeah.
there are defenses to murder,
Yeah.
right? And one of them is insanity. When it comes to rape, rapists also, sometimes it's not oh, I have a God complex and I feel like I can actually have a piece of any woman on the streets. Sometimes this is a genuine problem. It is people who have had issues when they were younger, people who have been exposed to sexual instances too early, people who their home environment is just insane, people with borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, all kinds of things cause people to do this. It's not just somebody feeling entitled. So if there's a defense for murder being insanity and that can get you off, so to speak, then there needs to be a defense for rape that is similar to
Listen,
that.
Listen, I don't want to. Okay, sorry. I don't want us to go into what, unless somebody here wants to tell me he's a rapist or she's a rapist, then fine, we can understand the mind of a
Criminal
rapist.
investigation.
Okay?
I watch that thing.
Now,
like
what I
there's
want
no
us to
tomorrow.
do is be who we are, and that is normal people with normal mindsets. Okay, and the way I see rape to be, I would consider them to be a part of society that we may not understand. You can only understand a rapist if you are one. Because I cannot, because I'm a man. I will tell you everything, facts.
So you're telling me you don't understand women?
I understand them to
That's what
perfection,
he's saying.
which is why I can never be a rapist.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
To
no, you
perfection.
said you can only understand someone if you know them, right?
No, you can only understand being a rapist if you are one.
You're
There are
saying
different
let's not
things.
judge because I'm not the person, right?
I'm
There
saying
is
no.
sense.
Listen, those that live in glass houses cannot throw stones.
Are you a rapist?
Okay, hold on. Let me land. And I say that because
Answer the question,
Wait.
Sha.
He's not.
those,
Of course, he's
I am
not.
okay.
No,
Excuse
for the
me, camera
viewers.
and the world. If you have ever heard Odera Ozumba Umbadiwe be anything, you better come out and say it today.
I don't know why
No.
we can pass judgments on
That's-
the
you are the
murderer.
one passing judgments.
No, wait,
we can
let her
literally
talk, let her
say-
talk,
We
let
can
her talk.
literally say that, oh, this person killed this person, we can say what can happen to him. Why not a rapist? Like, why can't we talk about
That is
can
what I'm
happen
trying to say.
something?
No, but you're trying
Or
to.
pick and
We're
choose.
speaking about two different things here. We're speaking about the mindset of a rapist. And that's what I'm saying. If you are a rapist, then you can speak. But if you are not, you can never really understand what is going on.
I agree.
You feel because you're a man and then you just, okay, I want you, but then you probably don't want me back, and then I feel like, okay, I have to physical.
There's what's the joy in that?
The fucking ego.
That's
That's what
one
it
of
is.
the-
The
It's
Ego.
crazy.
ego.
I was watching a movie last night called The Night Hunter
ridiculous.
or The Nightcrawler, and it's literally all about this man who there were a bunch of girls going missing in the city, and they were looking for these girls, and they found them literally locked in cages in somebody's house in the basement. And the reason why that happened was because when his mother was raped, he was the product of the rape. His mother was caged and drowned, and so literally everything that happened to his mother, he internalized that and
then-
did that to a bunch of women. So somebody like that,
So
do I
upbringing-
think they deserve to be killed? I'm on the fence because someone like you, I don't know if you really deserve to be on
one
private
does.
land.
Well, you just said
But-
mental
but
health.
at the same time, because I know it's not your fault.
totally
So
agree.
I feel like the person should
Do you
be killed.
understand?
I'm strongly of the opinion that if Yoruba people say "Entoma konika to bagbaka," if you were taught how to be wicked and you took it in, it's because you are actually
Exactly.
wicked.
See, I feel like
If-
regardless.
I mean,
That's it,
when
that's
people
it,
say,
wrong.
when we say, oh, this person treated me this way, so I became this way. God damn it, that's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
You
I
know who
agree.
you are.
I feel like regardless of your upbringing, what you have been through, where you've been, whatever you're going through, you are who you are, and you should be responsible
For your actions.
Fair.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Fair.
Whatever
There's
is
nature
bad,
and nurture, Sha.
hold on.
Let's
Whatever is
explore that
bad,
argument.
let's agree that whatever is bad is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? There is no excuse
For what?
whatsoever for you
To
to do a
justify something is bad.
do you
Of
understand,
course.
to do a bad thing. So if you feel like, oh, because they raped my mother, yeah, they now bomb
You
me.
now
My father is a
stand
up.
rapist,
Must not be raped.
so it must be a family trait. Yeah, I want to be raped up and down.
But you have to explain this.
Do you
thing.
understand?
You have to explain this.
No, there's
No,
no.
I agree with
there's
what
no
you're
I
saying.
get where
way-
you're coming from.
There's
You
no way to
understand?
put
But
it.
I'm just
See,
like,
I feel.
Okay, so let me ask.
Finish. Yeah,
Okay.
Hold
I'll
on,
finish.
please, let him
Continue.
Do you
finish.
understand?
Closer, closer.
I feel like rape,
Mm-hmm.
murder, is the same.
same thing.
Same.
Do you understand? Like
It's
you
the same
kill
thing.
the person.
Okay, so let me put this out
You
there.
can survive.
Let's
You can
fast
be a
forward.
survivor.
Let's
Don't
fast
be a
forward 20
victim, be a
years.
survivor.
All
Don't
of
be a
us here
victim.
have sons, right?
Yeah.
We all have sons. Your son comes to you and says, "Mom, I need your help. Something happened. I was at a party. I was drunk. I don't know. I mean, I thought she was with it. Like, I thought she was saying yes, but now she's telling me I raped her. Like, I didn't mean to. Like, and he
So basically,
So they should
that's
kill
the
your
apple.
child.
So I was going to say something earlier when Lolo asked the question that if your child confessed to raping somebody,
let them kill
would you let them? So also before we enter that, also switch the roles. If your child was raped,
that was what I was gonna say.
do you understand? How would you feel?
So
I would honestly, if my child was raped, the first thing I tell you guys this thing, I'm big on information and I'm big on communication. I actually feel like information is key and power. The first thing I'm going to want to do is, what the hell happened here? Was it a party? Or did you go to his house? Was it in the car? What happened? Because let me tell you, let me tell you, I would need, let me tell you something, I would need context, because let me tell you something. As much as my child was raped, that person that raped is somebody else's child. And so let me tell you, if it is that person.
No, okay. Are you talking now as are you talking now as your child being the rapist or your child
as my child being the rapist or the victim? The first thing I'm going to want to know is, what the hell happened? Where were you guys? What happened?
Hold on. Let me say
the way I see
you can say that because, I mean, God forbid you.
Because if I now find out that somebody in this class has
coming from so I know how my mother broke down when they came with the news that my sister was raped to death.
Wow.
So there's no way you can defend a rapist to me.
No, I'm not.
I get that.
See, I don't care if that child, he has committed a crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are the mother. How would you feel if you were raped?
That was something.
How would your child
if somebody came to me?
If God forbid they come to rob you, and right there and then your child is there, seeing you get raped, are you going to protect the rapist?
No.
Of course not.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if
the
police came to me,
you're only looking at it from the angle of, because he's my son, I have to protect. These people protected their sons at the time. They were all 16? But where is it today? Where are they? You can't protect them for so long.
Can I say something to you quickly?
I want to talk on this protection thing, so it's not as if I'm protecting.
Listen to me. This is what I say. You can be my worst enemy in the world. I would never wish death on anyone. Yeah. God brought you into this life, he'll take you out. That's God's choice. It's not your choice. You don't take anybody out. You could be the worst person in the world, but I would never wish death on anyone. I can hate you for the rest of my life. You could be my worst nightmare. I don't care. But that's not my job to take you out. That's how I feel.
The argument I was making is, if the police came to you and said, this person that raped your son has multiple personality disorder, the person that he was yesterday, we may not see that person for another 6 months.
I, as the father,
it did not stop him from doing what he did.
I would look at the parents of that person and say, you are also suffering a burden. Yes, my child has been raped, but you are dealing with a child who cannot control themselves. I think do you know what multiple personality disorder is, or to have
at that point in time, that's just English to me.
Erica, listen, we're with you and we understand your situation, but let us try to get the show going. Okay? Some people don't tend to understand what it is at the point, and that's what she's trying to say, mental health, what they're doing. They don't reason it like you do. They do things and it's like no emotions. It's just they're doing it. They don't
know what they're doing.
They don't care. They don't have that emotion.
Half the time, I think that.
Does that justify
I feel like half the time, I feel like these things that.
But they're not here. They're crazy.
But then that's killing.
They shouldn't be on the streets. They shouldn't be going for parties.
Like
they should be killed.
If you're a mother and you know that your child has multiple personality issues or has issues, don't why is he roaming free? Train him Train him once. If there's a penalty that if you rape somebody you're gonna die, and that they stick to that rule. Tell me that even if you're mad, you know that if I rape this girl, they're actually gonna get me.
Based on mental health.
They're gonna get me with you. They're gonna get me. If you keep informing this person, or if you keep informing the world that if you rape somebody, you're gonna get killed, it's going to amount of rape would drastically reduce because people are afraid to die. Meanwhile, you're afraid to die. You can rape somebody and let the person die. That's really crazy.
I just want to understand why somebody does not want to do. Do you understand? How do you even enjoy the sex when the other person?
Some people that enjoy the force.
I heard of a story. I read a story on Twitter whereby a woman accused the guy of rape, and then everybody dragged the person, and the person killed himself in his hotel. I don't know if you guys saw the story.
Okay.
So she eventually came out, and then she was lying. Because the guy didn't do something, so she didn't know he was going to kill himself. So she just wanted to, and a lot of people do that. Now, if you do that, you're making it hard for people that have been raped to talk.
If people
that have been raped cannot talk, you will never catch the rapist, and the rapist will keep raping more people. But meanwhile, you know that this rape issue can subside. If people stop, I know it's hard to talk about yourself being raped because society doesn't accept that. Yeah. People will blame you, so people don't come out to say. But if you come out to say, and more people come out to say the truth and not the lie, they will catch the rapist. And then people there are organizations you can go to that you can talk to that would help your mental health. Yeah. That you don't have to kill yourself.
But you have to tell your story to help other people.
Well, I think that for every victim out there that has been raped, I think it's very necessary for you to come out to say your story. I've been trying to avoid this, but you can see how the whole Busola Dakolo case has made a lot of people come out to say, oh yes, you know what, we're taking this to the church. You know, this is where we're supposed to be safe. And this is where this is still happening. Like, it happens on the street. It happens at parties. Now I'm in church where I'm supposed to be worshiping God, and it's still happening. So speak up when it happens. It gives the other women the strength to come out to say, yes, I've dealt with this. And I know it's a brave move. Or, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it's something you should actually consider. It would heal you. Honestly, it'll make you feel better. And you're not trying to get back at anybody, because people always say, oh, why is the person coming out to say it now? Rape is rape. Whatever time you need to take to heal and, you know, do it, just by all means, do what you have to do. If you feel they need to come out to say it, even if it's 13 years later, I feel like it is a growth process, and I feel like it is a healing process. So please speak up and help other people speak up as well.
But at the same time, how dark must you be? How fucked up must you be to lie about that shit? That's like the darkest lie you can ever
I feel like it's really messed up.
No, listen, let me tell you something. No, excuse me. Listen, we live in this crazy world. Yeah, and this is why there's so much controversy around this topic. Because we live in this crazy world where people are willing to do anything to get forward. Now, you must understand, Ikoyi, I like to believe that you're like me. So when these conversations come up, we don't understand. Like, we don't understand how somebody can be thinking in that mind frame to do a lot of crazy things in that regard. I'd like to think that you're like me. I cannot fathom that thought. But in the instance that there are people that are like that,
it's not so hard. Like,
we cannot think about that. So me and you probably, or let me speak for myself.
Yes.
I cannot relate. You understand? Which is why I am on the, like, I cannot imagine myself being in that. Look at me. You understand? Hold on. So I cannot fathom that thought. I don't understand how somebody can think in that line and want to get it in an aggressive manner. It's not enjoyable. It doesn't take you there. There's nothing to gain from it.
Just because you can't say it doesn't mean it's not.
That's why I'm.
Imagine it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Exactly. So it may be happening. I understand, and that's where Lulu comes in, and she said mental health. I feel like to get there, you must be crazy.
Yeah,
you understand. 100%. There must be something not 100%.
I remember what I was saying about the mental health. So I feel like half the time, like, these things are just excuses. That what if, like, the people, the actual criminals now,
mental health is not an excuse.
No doubt. Just one second.
It can be used as an excuse.
Let him talk.
So some people will not use it as an excuse, a clout, like, okay, yeah, I'm not feeling fine in the air, that's why I raped you. Do you understand? Like,
and some lawyers will actually tell you,
okay,
yeah, you raped her. So what we're going to come up with is an evidence to tell you that you're not normal. So we'll go to the hospital, especially if they have money. They'll pay the hospital. And
I'm not taking away the fact that mental health is not. Do you understand? Yeah, but then it's also like an avenue for people to actually commit more crime.
Yeah, the thing is, I hear what you're saying, and you know, about mental health and making excuses for for people and things like that. Not in the slightest am I trying to say to make an excuse for somebody, but at the same time, I feel like part of the problem we have in the world as a whole is that we're all really getting quite selfish with ourselves. Like, we only really think about ourselves and our individual nuclear units. And so when I was talking about mental health, I was like, yes, your child is raped, or you're raped, but the person that raped is also somebody else's child.
Until we can create a mechanism that can actually decipher if
there is a mechanism, we just don't have it in Nigeria. It exists. You think the world is slow?
No,
in Nigeria, we just don't put enough emphasis on that.
Until it starts to function in our society. Maybe I should rephrase it. Like,
the way it will start to function in our society is if we actually start considering it. But until the general population sees mental health as something that needs to be considered, it's not going to be considered. Who's going to consider it if nobody cares? We have to start to care about it. But taking it on to the Me Too thing, and this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. Yes, I'm a feminist and everything. I stand with women.
Say your truth.
I'm finding that also moving forward, like, women, we need to be careful, because you can enter a situation and you tell the guy, you want to go to his house, you're feeling it, you take off all your clothes, you enter the bed, everything is going on, and then maybe halfway through his phone blinks and it's, I don't know, let me know you Tolani, because my friend Tolani drives and it's Deborah, right? And then you now start catching an attitude in the middle of the act. You can't now at the end say, couldn't you tell that I wasn't feeling it anymore? You forced yourself on me and raped me. No, sweetheart, don't put that man in that position, because that's unfair.
And I'm saying this for guys out there, you start making out, everything is going on smoothly. Let me tell you, you in fact, you go as far as penetration. You are in.
And she
She
says
says no.
Stop.
Stop!
Actually,
Stop!
I tell you, factually, one more trust, you've raped her.
Oh, fair enough, but I would like for us not to get to that stage. You know, I'd like for us to decipher that we're not going in, period. For us to get to that stage, it must have been a consented decision at that point for us to get there. It's a very, very touchy situation. But for me personally, I would say, for me to get to that stage where I can be in, it's you allowing me to get to that stage where I could be in. Now, if you say stop, no matter what, because of who I am, and I cannot use myself as an example for everybody, but because of who I am, once I hear stop, I'm just, because I already know what life is about. I'm not interested in being caught up in any kind of problems. I'd rather see tomorrow than struggle today. So you say stop, I'm out. I'm gone. I even call you an Uber.
I completely agree. Once the woman says stop, fucking stop. Like there's no question about it. Stop. The minute she says that, get your fucking dick out.
look, guys, the honest truth, I don't believe in this whole, oh, she didn't say the stop firmly. The moment you hear that word, whether she's mourning it like she's stop, so far it is S-T-O-P. Please just stop. Because if she goes to the court tomorrow, she can use it against you and say, well, it doesn't matter how I sounded. They will ask you, did she use that word stop? And you say, oh no, I thought she sounded this way. And that's why, no, just stop in that moment. No matter how, I know it might be very difficult, but just in that moment, just stop. Please. Okay?
Facts. It's facts only because, I mean, it's a bit unfair for the guys because, I mean, you have blood running in your veins, but it is the truth. If she says stop, you stop. Is unfortunate, but it is what it is. When she says stop, please stop.
There's different types of stop. There's stop and there's like the baby stop. That's like the stop now. And just stop but don't stop. So, but there's only one kind of stop. So if she says stop, even if you're not sure, just stop. To be fair, there's actually the fake stop and the real stop. But like I said, we can just let's find another synonym for the stop because I get it can spice up things, right? But we're confusing people.
Okay, can I try to bring in a perspective into this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, and first of all, we must understand that I am very much against rape, but I am also very much a very logical guy, and I try to take into consideration every single different perspective that may happen.
Okay, where are you going with this?
I'm going somewhere. Why can't you calm down?
Okay, I'm listening. I want to know where you're going.
Don't worry.
Okay,
now, what I'm
continue.
trying to say is that I could be with Bukola today, and
Why are you
I'm just
to be
giving.
with somebody?
Oh, I'm
Let
giving
him
you an example. Someone that is jealous that this I could be
Let
with
him
her.
finish. Let him
Okay,
finish.
I can be with Lolo.
No, let him land.
Okay,
Let
I
him
can
land.
be with Lolo today. I can be with Lolo today, and Lolo may say, you said it. She may say, stop. But because I know Lolo and her stop,
It doesn't mean
I know the stop is going to stop. Lolo could tell me stop. Boom. I know. You say, stop. I know where this is going.
Okay, so in as much as I say that rape and murder should be given the same penalty, I'm not saying anyone deserves to die. No one deserves to die. But for you to have killed someone, for you to, whether physically or mentally or emotionally, I think the penalty should be the same because whoever this lady is, she's not going to remain the same. But I feel like it depends on the whole situation and what they find out in the process of investigation. But really and truly, if you can rape someone, you can kill someone. Because you're seeing her in pain. She's literally crying and saying, stop, and you don't, and you keep going on. You actually deserve it.
I think a crime is a crime, but not all crimes are equal. Like, there's shoplifting and there's murder. And in as much as, they're both against the law, I don't think they should be treated the same way, and I don't think they should be looked at the same way either.
To be honest, knowing that we live in Nigeria, if the law doesn't deal with like what it's supposed to do, you're gonna meet your maker at the end of the end of your life. So you're gonna be dealt with no matter what. You can't escape that.